he got something. Because he ain't come up yet.
So over the years, a lot of people have spent a lot of their personal time trying to find evidence of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, any type of evidence to prove that this is a physical entity that can be videotaped, tracked, etc. And that falls into the category of people in Hollywood doing the same thing. Survivorman Les Stroud has also gone down this path many times, and in this video I'm going to show you something that he might have caught without even realizing it. So to see what I'm talking about, you're going to want to sit back, you're going to want to relax, and you're going to want to check this out. And before anyone complains about the intro, a subscriber made me this intro, and I'm not taking it down until a better one shows up. So you can skip it. Here we go. But before we jump into this, I'm going to have to ask you to hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell right next to it so you're notified of all new videos. We got to try to beat the algorithm here. Here we go. Again. So here we are, heading down the rabbit hole once again. For anybody that's ever spent any time searching for Sasquatch or Bigfoot or any other mythical beast, you spend a lot of time in places where people aren't. You have to go way out into the wilderness where Bigfoot sightings are commonplace or more common than usual. Even though they are spread all over the continent, for the most part, there's specific locations where you can go to locate Bigfoot. And you have to use everything you can possibly think of, from not showering to trying to think and act and move like one of these animals would move in the wild. These things are living out here, and they've got the upper hand because they can hear you coming a mile away. They can smell you coming a mile away. So when you're searching for Bigfoot, it's a rare thing to find evidence. And when you do, you have to employ every single thing you possibly can in order to catch these things, whether it's night vision, thermals, game cameras, all types of things like this. And you have to look in places that are really difficult to get to. But once you do, you have to set up cameras, microphones, and game cams. And game cams are awesome because you catch a lot of things on them, and sometimes you catch things that you'd expect, and other times you'd catch things you wouldn't quite expect, but you still do. And that brings us to Les Stroud, the Survivorman. Back in 2015, he was in Transylvania Alps doing a video completely unrelated from Bigfoot, and some of us have caught what appears to be a Bigfoot that he caught on video unintentionally. Now fortunately, some of my people know some of Les's people, and we've already reached out to him, and hopefully Les gets back to us so he can answer this on his own. But until that happens, all we've got left is to speculate, and I'm going to show this to you. In this video clip, he walks right by a backdrop, and right there appears to be a Sasquatch. Now, a lot of people are going to say, you're just seeing what you want to see, and I understand that completely. Because as photographers, videographers, or people searching out things like Bigfoot, you can take a picture and see something like a tree stump that looks like what you're looking for, and you can label it as such. Do you understand what I'm saying? The description of pareidolia is the perception of a recognizable image or meaningful pattern where none exists or is intended. as the perception of the face and the surface features of the moon, or seeing a happy moon face in the clouds, or a metallic object that seems to have a face, or a tree that looks exactly like it has a great horned owl on it when it doesn't. You catching what I'm pitching? You picking up what I'm putting down here? A lot of people are going to say that this is the case, and I might be one of them, except for the fact that another YouTuber pointed out one specific thing that makes me believe, and you may know him.
Hi, I'm Bob Gimlin.
So to give you some context, this is from Survivorman, Romania Part 1. And it's an episode where Les goes to the Transylvania Alps to test out their search and rescue skills. And it's a pretty insane place. I mean, it's amazing. It reminds me a lot of Colorado, the Imogene Pass route up in the Rockies, but on steroids, it appears. I mean, this is an amazing place. And while simply doing what he's doing, Les walks by, he comes down a little bit of an incline and goes by a pass, and if you look straight past him, it appears that there's a Sasquatch sitting right there, okay? So that's where we got to start doing some detective work. And again, I've reached out to Les Stroud's people. Hopefully we can get him on a live stream to explain this himself. But again, without that explanation, we're just going to have to go with technology, so here we go.
Yes, science!
So I took a screenshot and then I ran it through every single filter that I had. And you really can't deny the fact that whatever this is looks exactly like a Sasquatch lying in wait watching somebody. Because if somebody was flown in on a helicopter to a place where there's no humanity, there's no people around, something like an ape or a monkey or any other curious thing like a Bigfoot would want to see what was going on. And I got a funny feeling this thing was tracking him and decided to hide itself when they became too close together at one time. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, look at this thing. You can see the brow ridge, you can see the sunken eyes, you can see the slit mouth, you can see the shape of the head, the shoulders, the trapezius muscles, pretty much everything. But again, is this pareidolia? I don't know. So I went another step with the creative editing. So check this out. Now I know a lot of people are going to start flooding my email asking me to do work like this for them, forensics, photograph exploration, but I do this as a hobby. And that was a joke in case you didn't get that. But I mean, I'm outlining this thing here exactly as it stands. And I mean, come on, man, this is crazy. But again, is this just a giant rock laying next to a log covered with moss that has facial structures like the giant sculptures on Easter Island? You see what I'm saying? Pretty much spot on, right? At any rate, if you outline this, if you run filters through it, it's almost undeniable that there is something literally laying on its side in the brush that Les doesn't see. Unless, of course, this was a trick or a game or an Easter egg that was planted. But this video is from 2015. And no one said anything until this started showing up in my inbox about a week ago. And then it showed up on another YouTube channel and then another YouTube channel. So I thought I'd take it a little bit to the next level. And then again, I've had interactions with Les before, so trying to get a hold of him isn't as far-reaching as you might think. So hopefully I can get him on here to put his 2 cents in. Now, I've been sitting on this footage for about a week or two, and when Bob Gimlin YouTube channel, someone I followed since the very beginning, posted this is what was my final aha moment.
Gosh, call me crazy, but when I overexpose the footage, it almost looks like the eye widens. But who knows?
If you pay attention right here, you can see the thing's eyes blinking. You see what I mean? And I'm almost positive that is a beast laying there observing Les and his crew or whomever tramping through his prior, perfectly non-human area. A Bigfoot would want to know what's going on. And I mean, I don't know. It looks exactly like a Bigfoot. Was it an Easter egg? Perhaps, but it's 2024. This was taken in 2015. Les still hasn't said a word about it. Not a very good Easter egg if nobody ever finds it, and I think we have. And For those that don't understand, the Transylvania Alps are a literal wonderland for a giant bipedal, omnivore, hunter, Bigfoot, Sasquatch type setup. I mean, think about where they found Yeti, in the Alps. Another thing about the Transylvania Alps is it has an enormous brown bear population. Now, we live in the United States, and when I travel, I run into bears all the time, but you usually run into black bears, which are like stray dogs, and they can be shushed or scared away. Brown bears, they have issues whenever they get near people. They attack, or there's a conflict of some sort. This area is so wide open and untamed that brown bears thrive there, which means a Sasquatch could easily thrive there. I truly believe that what we're looking at right here, blinking both eyes at the camera over and over again, looking exactly like what it is legit. And hopefully, again, Les will come on and clear the air, or at least give his 10 cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, whatever cents. You know what I mean? So there, as they say, is that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below, and I will return the favor. There's a video called Bigfoot Captured that was on the History Channel. That's going to be the next video, and it should be coming out very shortly. So stand by, or don't. I'm out.